These 10 dogs are the largest on the planet. The number 1 is truly colossal. The 10 largest dogs on the planet. In a world where dogs are considered companions, guardians, and part of the family, there are some truly colossal breeds that transcend all that is known. Enormous creatures, forged by history, nature, and the human need for protection. Without a doubt, here we are not talking about ordinary dogs, but about authentic canine titans that impose respect only with their firm gaze and that seem to have come from an ancient legend. In this shocking tour, we will embark on a journey as imposing as fascinating, thoroughly exploring the 10 largest dog breeds on the planet. However, remember that this is not just a simple list, but a journey through time, genetics, and human will. From the mythical mountains of the Caucasus to the ancestral monasteries of Tibet, each of these colossi has an incredible story to tell. But what makes these dogs so big, and how did they become guardians, rescuers, or ferocious protectors? If you are ready to discover it, get ready. Because when you meet each of these colossi, you will surely never see dogs with the same eyes again. So make yourself comfortable, adjust the volume well, and get ready to meet these 10 incredible titans. But before we start with our tour, keep in mind that to make this comparison, we will be based on the size and weight of these colossal dogs, and using the phrase from height to the cross, which in a few words refers to the highest point of the back of a dog in relation to the ground. However, the 10 titans that you will see below not only stand out for their colossal dimensions, but for the tremendous impact they cause wherever they go. Starting in position number 10, we open this imposing ranking with a true canine legend. We are talking about the fearsome Turkish Kangal, also known as the Shepherd of Anatolia. Originally from Turkey, this colossus is not only imposed by its size, but also by its brute strength and tremendous courage. Raised for centuries in the plains of Anatolia to protect herds of predators such as wolves, jackals, and even ferocious bears, this majestic dog is the living definition of what it means to be a born guardian. The Kangal is capable of reaching a height of up to 80 centimeters to the cross and can weigh up to 65 kilograms. However, although this impressive breed is not the largest or heaviest on this list, its muscular structure and its long and firm legs make it an agile, resistant dog and perfectly adapted for defensive combat. Its mere presence instills respect, and its protective instinct is so deep that it does not hesitate to launch itself against any threat, no matter its size. It is literally the type of dog that would be willing to die before allowing something to happen to its family or herd. But what really makes the Kangal famous is its incredible bite strength, as this colossus is capable of exerting a pressure of up to 743 psi, which in turn also makes it one of the dogs with the most powerful bite on the planet. To put it in perspective, an adult lion has an average bite of approximately 650 psi, which undoubtedly shows us the devastating force that this dog is capable of exerting with its fearsome jaw. However, behind that fearsome appearance hides a calm, intelligent, and loyal dog. With its human family, the Kangal can be surprisingly kind, especially if it has been properly socialized from a puppy. But with strangers, it is usually quite suspicious, and it is better to ask permission before entering their territory if they do not want to have a bad day. There is no doubt that the Turkish Kangal is a true and tough colossus, but remember that this giant only opens our list among the largest dogs on the planet. And if you think the Kangal is already impressive, wait to meet the titan that occupies the next place in our top. Stepping strongly in 9th place, we have a creature that seems sculpted by the very Roman gods themselves. We are talking about the unmistakable Mastin Napolitano, one of the most imposing and majestic dogs that exist. Its walk is heavy, its look deep, and its skin is as resistant and thick as the armor of an ancient warrior. Originating from southern Italy, this titan is a direct descendant of the ancient Roman mollusks, the war dogs that marched alongside the imperial legions. Its current appearance is the result of centuries of selective breeding, with a robust body, wide bones, and a gigantic head, and full of folds, which give it a truly imposing appearance. The Mastin Napolitano is a dog that can reach 75 centimeters high on the cross and weigh up to 85 kilograms. Unlike other large dogs that retain some agility, The Mastin Napolitano bets on mass, brute force, and its imposing presence. It does not need to run or jump to intimidate. Just a simple look is enough for you to know that you are facing a true colossus. Despite its fierce appearance, the Mastin Napolitano is a silent and loyal giant. It does not bark without reason, nor does it move without need. But if his family is in danger, it becomes an impenetrable living wall. Its calm temperament makes it an excellent companion dog. But its guardian instinct also makes it a truly fearsome warrior in the face of any threat. In fact, in ancient Rome, it was believed that this kind of dogs were so intimidating that only their appearance was enough to keep the enemies away. They were even used as temple guardians. And in more modern times, they were a source of inspiration for film creatures such as Fine, Hagrid's dog, in the famous Harry Potter movies. The Mastin Napolitano is a dog that does not run, does not jump, nor does it chase. It is simply there. But don't get it wrong, because just by being there, everything else around it stops. Since in the canine kingdom, the silence of a true titan imposes more than any noise. However, we are just beginning, and in the next position we will meet a giant who has literally been born to swim among the coldest water currents on the planet, which in turn has allowed him to save countless human lives. Reaching 8th place, from the cold coasts of the North Atlantic, emerges a truly fascinating dog. We are referring to the majestic Terra Nova, the noble giant of the seas. Its dense and dark fur, its serene gaze, and its colossal body make it a true titan of the waters. Originally raised on the Canadian island of Terra Nova, from where its name arises, this dog was designed by nature and man to perform tasks that few would be able to carry out, such as trailing heavy nets, helping fishermen, and most impressively, saving human lives in the cold waters of the North Pole. With its palm-legged legs, which, by the way, are quite a curiosity for the canine kingdom, and a resistance to the cold that defies all logic, the Terra Nova has been responsible for countless rescues, throwing itself without fear into the rough sea to drag people who drowned to the shore. But this incredible breed is not just brute force. The Terra Nova is also synonymous with nobility, sweetness, and empathy. Its temperament is so serene that it is often known as the gentle giant. It is patient with children, loyal to the end, and very intelligent. There is something in its presence that transmits calm, as if it knew that in case of disaster, it will be the first to act. If we talk about its dimensions, the Terra Nova is really a colossus, with a height that can reach up to 74 centimeters at the cross, and a weight capable of reaching 80 kilos. This is a truly unique dog in its kind. A curious fact about this breed is that during the First World War, a Terra Nova named Sailor Chief was the official pet of the 2nd Terra Nova Battalion and became a symbol of national pride. There are also multiple historical reports of Terra Novas that dragged entire life-saving boats, or that swam for kilometers in the midst of storms to save people, which undoubtedly shows us that we are facing a gigantic rescue dog. The Terra Nova is the embodiment of canine heroism. It is a guardian that does not roar, but that in its place acts without fear when necessary. A being born to protect even in the most extreme conditions. But if this sea titan has left you impressed, get ready. Because what comes next is not just any dog, but a truly colossal beast, which is famed for being one of the fiercest and most fearsome guardian breeds on the planet, capable of leaving anyone who crosses its path breathless. The 7th place of our top belongs to a race at an extremely imposing, strong, and tenacious. We are talking about the incredible Alabai, also known as the Shepherd of Central Asia. This impressive dog was definitely not created to live in quiet homes or participate in exhibitions, but was forged by combat and survival. From the vast steppes of Central Asia, where the climate can be as brutal as the predators that hunt at night, this incredible breed emerges, which in turn is also one of the oldest and most resistant that the world has ever known. The Alabai is a silent titan. Its enormous musculature and its ferociously independent character make it a dog feared by predators and highly respected around the world. Used for centuries by nomadic shepherds to protect their herds of fearsome predators such as wolves and bears, this colossus never retreats from danger. Unlike other breeds that have been domesticated until obtaining absolute sweetness and sympathy, the Alabai retains a wild style that connects it with its most primitive ancestors. Its look is cold, strategic, and calculating. It is not a dog that attacks without reason, but it does not forgive if it considers that something is a threat. If we talk about its size and weight, this colossus is capable of reaching 80 centimeters at the cross and weighing up to 80 kilograms. However, in some cases, specimens have been reported with heights exceeding 90 centimeters and with a weight close to 95 kilograms in the rural areas of Kazakhstan and Turkmenistan, where they are fed with a highly protein diet to perform combat tasks against the ferocious predators of the region. A curious fact is that in Turkmenistan, the Alabai is considered a national treasure. In fact, in 2020, a golden statue of 6 meters high was erected in its honor in the capital of the country. What other dog can boast of having a monument of such dimensions? Definitely, the Alabai is not for everyone. It does not seek applause or easy caresses, but those who know how to understand and respect it are a few who enjoy having a truly loyal and protective companion. This ancient warrior of the steppes represents resistance in its purest state and the legacy of a land where only the strongest survive. But later, a creature awaits us that literally looks like a lion walking among humans and with a majestic mane that imposes respect to its step. In the 6th place of our tour, a creature so majestic appears that it seems taken from a medieval tale. We are referring to the majestic Burgher lion. With a mane that reminds us of that of the imposing king of the jungle and a noble gaze that imposes respect, this incredible colossus leaves no one indifferent. Originally from Germany, this breed was created in the 19th century with a goal as ambitious as extravagant, to create a dog that looked as much like a lion as possible. The result was a monumental creature with an impressive physical structure and a surprisingly balanced temperament. In terms of its dimensions, the Burgher lion can reach 80 centimeters high on the cross and weigh up to 80 kilograms, making it one of the largest and heaviest dogs on the planet. However, unlike other rougher giants, this dog moves with natural grace. Its walk is firm but elegant, and its presence, although imposing, does not generate fear but admiration. Despite its size, this golden fur titan is famous for its friendly and affectionate character. It is known as an excellent family dog, protector, patient, and loyal. In fact, in many countries in Europe, it is used as a therapy dog thanks to its docile temperament and its deep emotional sensitivity. But may his nobility not deceive you, since when the situation demands it, the Burgher lion knows how to defend his own with a bravery that would make more than one intruder tremble. He is a silent guardian and a serene observer, but if he feels threatened, his inner roar is unleashed with a singular power. A curious fact about this breed is that during World War II, this dog was on the brink of extinction. There were only 8 pure specimens left in all of Europe. But thanks to the effort of passionate breeders, the Burgher lion resurfaced as the phoenix bird. And today, it continues to captivate the world with its imposing beauty. This wonderful titan is a true monument to survival and persistence, a giant that does not need to roar to be respected, since his mere presence undoubtedly says it all. However, what comes next is an indomitable beast. An impenetrable wall of thick muscles and fur, forged in ancient mountains, and whose reputation as a guardian dog has given rise to terrifying legends. The Titan in position number 5 is definitely not a dog for anyone. If you are liking this video and you are also a big dog lover like us, then this is the perfect time to join the Animal Circle Pets Breeds family by subscribing to our channel and pressing the notification bell so that you do not miss any of our new videos and publications. Remember that it is completely free, and in this way you will be supporting our content and motivating us to continue creating incredible videos for you. Now yes, let's continue with our journey. Reaching the middle of our top, in position number 5, we have a truly imposing and fearsome colossus. We are talking about the Caucasian Shepherd. This giant emerged in the highest mountains of the Caucasus, where the climate is extreme, the dangers are real, and only the strongest survive. This impressive colossus was undoubtedly not created to please or pose in front of a camera, but was forged by the coldest wind, rock, and blood, like a guardian in charge of protecting herds and entire villages from the fiercest predators. Bears, wolves, and even bandits themselves were afraid to approach when one of these giants patrolled the area. It is no coincidence that this race is considered one of the most powerful on the planet in terms of territorial instinct and defensive ability. The Caucasian Shepherd can reach up to 75 centimeters in height at the cross and reach a weight of about 100 kilograms in well-developed specimens. Its body is a true wall of muscle and dense fur designed to resist the cruelest winters. But beyond its impressive physical appearance, what really distinguishes this giant is its intrepid, stubborn, and fiercely protective character. Definitely, this is not a dog for anyone, as it requires an experienced tutor capable of establishing leadership with respect and firmness, because if the Caucasian Shepherd does not recognize someone as an authority, it simply will not obey him, and what is more dangerous, it will not tolerate him. A disturbing fact about these dogs is that they have been used as guardians of Soviet prisons and military camps, which undoubtedly gives us a clearer idea of how terrible this titan can become. Despite its hardness, with its human family, it can be surprisingly loyal and affectionate when properly educated from a puppy. And once you win his heart, this noble guardian will defend you with his life and will not show mercy to anyone who dares to set foot in his territory. The Caucasian Shepherd is not just a dog, it is a true living legend. A vestige of an era where brute strength and courage were the only guarantee of survival. However, although the figure of this colossus already seems insurmountable, in the next place we are waiting for another truly spectacular titan, with an ancestral strength and a lineage that goes back to the times when the monks guarded their mythical temples in the peaks of the Himalayas. Reaching position number 4, we have a dog as majestic as enigmatic. We are talking about the famous Tibetan Mastiff, a creature so ancient that it seems to have been born from a mythical legend. This colossus is not only one of the largest dogs on the planet, it is also one of the oldest and most mysterious. Raised for centuries by Buddhist monks and nomadic peoples of Tibet, the Tibetan Mastiff was much more than a simple guardian. It was considered a spiritual protector, a living force against evil spirits and physical threats alike. With a height that can reach 76 centimeters at the cross and a weight of up to 90 kilograms, its presence is simply imposing. The large, thick, and wild mane that surrounds its head has led many to compare it to a lion. But it is not just appearance, since its character is as dominant as its appearance, and this powerful dog is really not afraid of anything, in addition to having a protective instinct that roars the supernatural. There are historical records that assure that Alejandro Magno and Marco Polo were amazed to see these dogs on their trips around Asia. In fact, Marco Polo himself described the Tibetan Mastiff as an animal the size of a donkey, with the roar of a lion. Even in modern times, news has emerged about copies sold for multi-million-dollar figures, being considered symbols of power and status in Asia. But beyond the legend and appearance, this giant holds a complex soul. It is independent, serious, and extremely territorial. It is not a dog that accepts orders lightly or that seeks to please constantly. It is very protective by nature, and its loyalty is earned with respect, not with games or prizes. Like a good guardian, this dog always lives alert, observing in silence, and if it perceives a threat, it acts with a speed and ferocity that few could imagine. It is a dog that does not allow itself to be deceived by appearances, nor does it allow itself to be easily impressed. With this in mind, it is clear to us that the Tibetan Mastiff not only protects a simple territory, but a whole legacy. And although this colossus could seem the pinnacle of the imposing, the truth is that we have not yet reached the 3 true titans on this list. In fact, the giant that follows seems sculpted by the same Nordic gods, tall, elegant, powerful, and officially recognized for hosting one of the most shocking Guinness World Records in the entire canine kingdom. Already starting with the podium positions, in 3rd place we have the tallest dog in the entire canine kingdom and also one of the most elegant. We are talking about the unmistakable Great Danish, or also known as German Dogo. This incredible colossus with long legs and a stylized body not only stands out for its size, but for the fabulous image it projects. Its serene walk, its elongated neck, and its deep gaze make it look like a true aristocrat of the animal world. Without a doubt, we are facing one of the largest dogs ever recorded in history. With a height that can reach 86 centimeters at the cross, and with a weight of up to 90 kilograms, the Great Danish also holds a record that placed it directly in the Guinness Book. The specimen called Zeus, from Michigan, United States, measured nothing less than 1.12 meters high at the cross, when it was standing on its four legs, and if it stood on its hind legs, it easily exceeded 2.20 meters high. It was literally a dog the size of a small horse. Despite its dimensions, the Great Danish has a surprising personality. It is sweet, sociable, and very attached to his family. In fact, it is often believed to be a sloth dog, although its size says otherwise. It has an emotional need as great as its body and loves to spend time with those it loves, and even more with children. The origin of this breed dates back to 16th century Germany, where they were used for wild boar hunting. Their strength, speed, and size made them ideal to face wild beasts. However, over time, they were selectively raised to improve their temperament and make them more balanced companions. Today, the Great Danish is a symbol of nobility, beauty, and power. However, a curious and at the same time sad fact about this breed is that their life expectancy is relatively short compared to other dogs. Many lovers of these giants talk about how the heart of a Great Danish is as immense as ephemeral, as if these noble animals only came to the world to leave their mark, even for a short time. This dog does not need to growl or bark furiously. Just compare it to you. It has already said everything. But if you think you have already seen the most impressive, get ready, because what is coming now is a colossus that not only dominates for its size, but also for its great heroism and skill. The second place of our tour is occupied by a giant that emerges from the snowy peaks of the Swiss Alps. We are talking about the legendary San Bernardo, a dog that not only stands out for its colossal size, but also for its immense courage and great heart. With a height that can reach 90 centimeters at the cross and a weight of around 100 kilograms, this incredible animal of thick fur and serene gaze has gone down in history as one of the most iconic rescue dogs of all time. Raised by monks on one of the most dangerous routes of the Alps, this dog was trained for an almost divine mission: to save human lives in the midst of snowstorms, avalanches, and temperatures below zero. Its smell allowed it to detect people buried under thick layers of snow, and its physical endurance helped it to travel miles in extreme conditions, carrying supplies or guiding the rescuers. One of the most famous stories is that of Berna, a San Bernardo who lived at the beginning of the 19th century and who would have rescued more than 40 people during his life. His story is so powerful that today his dissected body is exhibited in the Berna Natural History Museum as a tribute to his tremendous heroism. But beyond his role as a rescuer, the San Bernardo is also a kind, calm, and extremely loyal dog. With his family, he is affectionate, very patient, and protective. But yes, his size requires space, strength to handle it, and a good dose of training, since his natural clumsiness can turn into chaos inside a small house. Visually imposing with his huge head and his melancholic expression, the San Bernardo has been immortalized in cinema, literature, and popular culture as the Salvation dog par excellence. But beyond fame, what defines him is his pure instinct to always help others. This wonderful dog is a true guardian angel of the mountain, who among the snow and the wind found his purpose to save those that the world had lost. But the time has come to meet the next colossus of our journey, which is not only the largest on this list, but literally looks like a large mountain of muscles on four legs. And finally, in position number 1, a colossus is raised so large and powerful that his mere presence seems taken from another era. We are not talking about a simple dog, but a wall of muscles, courage, and nobility. With you, the unmatched Mastin English, which is undoubtedly the heaviest giant in the entire canine world. This true titan can reach up to 76 centimeters high on the cross, And although it is not the highest on the list, what crowns it as number 1 is its monumental weight, as it can reach the shocking figure of 115 kilograms in adult specimens. To give you an idea, we are talking about the same weight as a heavyweight boxer of the greatest. This dog has a wide, massive body, and its head is simply gigantic. Although at first glance it imposes itself as a Roman warrior, the English Mastin is surprisingly calm and even lazy. It has a calm, protective, and very tolerant character, especially with children. It does not bark without reason and does not mutate easily. But if it detects a real threat, it becomes an unstoppable force, capable of knocking down an intruder with its weight in a matter of seconds, which makes it a truly powerful and fearsome guardian. Historically, the mollusk ancestors of which these dogs descend were used in ancient Rome as guardians of fortresses and accompanied the legions to combat. Even before that, the Babylonian Empire already represented them in murals as protectors of kings. Today, its reputation remains firm as a symbol of power, loyalty, and imposing presence. A curious fact about this breed is that the heaviest English Mastin ever registered was a specimen called Sorba, which weighed 156 kilograms, setting a Guinness record that remains unbeaten. It was so big and heavy that its owner needed a truck to transport it, and a special room just for him. But beyond the numbers, this incredible breed represents absolute calm under a colossal body. And as with some other colossi on our list, the English Mastin does not need to run or roar to demonstrate its tremendous power, since only with the fact of being present, everything else stops. Definitely, these 10 colossi not only impose for their size, but also for their tremendous history, their unparalleled courage, and the incredible legacy they carry at every step. But if you thought these 10 titans were shocking, then get ready to experience a dose of strong emotions, because in this next video that you see on the screen, you will meet the 10 most fearsome and powerful warriors ever raised to protect, and who are considered the 10 best guardian dogs on the entire planet.